If you make and sell nucs, then using ProNucs is a great choice, instead of selling away your wooden or polystyrene nuc boxes. When customers pick up, they get their 5-frame colony in a kind of to-go box. We'll look at the ProNuc features today. Inside the ProNuc, all these shapes are there for a reason. At the ends, these help support the frames. These parts prevent frames from swinging. The bottom has drain holes all around. It's not just a box. They're made in the USA and they have enough strength to be stacked 3 high for large orders. The lid has 2 different size ports for feeder bottles and instructions imprinted underneath to help the customers out. Let's look at assembly details. When you buy a ProNuc, inside there are 2 doors and 2 frame rests. The doors alone have a lot of features. To install a door, first make sure the word "out" faces out. Then insert the 4 side tabs into the slots on the nuc body. When you want the door open, slide it up until it clicks. When it's lowered, shut this lock. It fits in behind the nuc body, and you'll see solid orange there if it's locked down correctly. Now put on the other door. See these bumps on the top tabs? They fit into these stepped slots in the nuc body. These stepped slots prevent the door from slipping down when the bees are orienting at their new home. Hearing the click means it's really up there. To release the door and slide it down, you first need to press inward on it near the top with one hand, and that releases these bumps from the stepped slots. Let's see that again. To make the door go down, press in at the top with one hand and pull down with the other hand. The lock tab is correctly nested behind the orange wall. Even with both doors shut, there's a lot of ventilation. Now let's look at the frame rests. They have stops molded in to center the 5 frames later. Make sure the stops face upwards. Click the frame rests down really well and the lid will fit perfectly later. Let's take a look at those lids. You have 2 choices when you put a lid on, either vented, which gives the bees even more ventilation for the ride home, or no vent, which is a bit more snug. And you can see why here when we tip it up. See those little raised circles? They fit down into the holes on the top of the nuc wall for non-vented. If you use vented, the raised circles ride on top of the wall, and there's ventilation all around the top rim. The lid is raised a tiny bit, but the bees can't get out. I'm just showing you these circles underneath the rim so you'll understand how the venting works. There's no need to look under the rim or check the tiny circles. The way you know it's on vented or no vent is to read it through this oval hole in the lid. Now, to be sure the lid is shut and locked well, see there are 2 rectangular holes at each end. Use the corner of your hive tool at each hole to press the lid edge down and pull the plastic of the nuc body outwards. When all 4 are clicked like that, the lid is secure. Let's talk about feeding ports. If there's a need to feed syrup, there are 2 circles which can accept either a pop bottle or a sports drink bottle, but some folks don't want any feeders up there. That means it's the customer's choice to shave these lines a little bit and give the bees access to a syrup bottle inverted at that spot. Let me just show you a last way you could feed if the bees are clustering tightly because it's cold. They won't access those feeder ports if they're clustered tightly in the middle. That only works if you're in the south, in a warm place. In the north, we need to get the syrup closer to the bees, so we use a baggie. Now this one is filled the right amount. This one is filled too much, and it'll leak all over the bees. See that? So what we're going to do is open it up. And I'm going to put it right here, so I want a clear space. laying it down, and we want that headroom, so that's why we fill it that much. Sharp knife right through the bubble. 2 little cuts, and now it goes down, and the bees are going to lick it up, and I'm going to change from no vent to vent so it has more headroom. I hope the explanation of all the features of the ProNuc is helpful. And please take a look at all of our other educational videos.